Good afternoon, everybody. I have something I'm considering doing. And this is something most authors now recommend so that they're not held hostage by some publishing company. I'm considering a move on some of my books to direct marketing. So what I may do is, there's a site where you can upload your files for each of your ebooks, and people can buy directly from there. Now here's the thing. It's a platform called PayHip, and they have I think 3 levels. The first one is free. They will take a small cut. Yes, they will, but it's a very small cut. Even on the free one, you can pay more and they will take less of a cut. Then you can pay more and they would take no cut. But here's why I'm thinking about doing that. Most of my ebooks are currently priced at $5.99. If I were to sell an ebook on Draft2Digital, not on Draft2Digital, but on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, that kind of thing, all the platforms where Draft2Digital distributes the book, if I were to sell on there, my cut after they take their cut is about $3.59 of an ebook. And if I take it from Draft2Digital, if I sell it through PayHip, through my site, my cut gives me over $5 for every ebook. If it's $5.99, Draft2Digital $3.59, the other one's like $5 and something. It's over $5. They basically take out about 30 cents, I think. I don't know what level that is, but I was trying to do a comparison, and this is what I've come up with. Now, if I were to sell the, just not published through Draft2Digital, but keep my own stuff for myself, and you don't have to publish through anybody. You can, through this direct marketing, go ahead and publish directly to the customers. The only drawback at this time is that I don't have an email list of customers. So, of course, if somebody buys a book from there, they will. But how do they know where my direct marketing site is? Unless I just come here and tell them and put it in the description box and somebody clicks on it. But this is what I'm considering doing. Now, like I said, if I were to do a paperback, if I were to want to sell my physical books, of course I would get a much bigger cut than I do now, which is almost nothing. I end up with 10% of the cover price of my physical books. And so if I were to do the other, now I haven't investigated this part of it as far as how much my cut would be if I direct sold these books, but what I have to do is I will have to have them printed, sent to me, and then I would have to I would have to ship them personally. I would have to ship them. So that involves probably getting a mailbox of my own. So, because I do not want to use my home address, I get a mailbox of my own. I used to have one years ago, but I quit it for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, but the thing is, the print books are a very small portion of everything that's sold. So I could, from time to time, I thought about maybe getting a set when I'm done with all 5 books, getting one set and selling that for less than you would have to pay on a platform in order for me to make any money at all from them. I don't really know, but that's just something. But I thought about the ebook portion of it. If I can make over $5 of a $5.99 price instead of $3.59, that adds up. Now, I'll still have to pay. If I've got, with the pending royalties and everything, I have more than I need to go over the $100 threshold. But their accounting is not going to catch up until after my August 7th anniversary at Draft2Digital. Therefore, I may not be able to avoid that $12 fee. See, here I have made $104. It would be $104 or something, and they take away 12 of that. And nobody who's made more than that will have to pay anything. So all the people who are making more money are in effect getting off scot-free without any maintenance fees. And I think that just because they're making them more. And in a way I can see it, in a way I can't see it, at least not for first-year authors. So that is what I'm considering doing, is going to PayHip for direct marketing my ebooks. You directly upload to there. It doesn't have to have an ISBN number, the little barcode number that goes for each individual book. And see, right now, for the first books I've published for Draft Digital, I've used their ISBN numbers, but I would not need an ISBN number at all selling them directly. I can, of course, buy an ISBN number for myself. Now, to get 10 ISBN numbers, that costs about $300. And I could just use them as I need to. And I've thought about that. They also suggest you copyright every work, which is also another thing. Published works cost more to copyright than in-progress works. I can get a copyright for my unpublished books as a package deal. The others I have to pay individually for. So that's another expense. But it really, if I was doing it right, and it's, here I go with spending more money than I've made, I could see that's far more than I've already made. Buying the ISBN numbers and copywriting, registering with a copyright office at the same time. So it's much more than I've made. It may become necessary to do such things, but I thought about direct marketing. If you had a chance to buy books directly from me, somebody once said, I'd like to buy them right from you. I'd like to do that so you keep more of your own profit. And I kept thinking about that. And a very good author, YouTuber, Kevin Tumlinson, who has Wordslinger podcast, has suggested that repeatedly, and he turned me on to PayHip. And I thought, well, you know what? Not a bad thing. I think I can try that. I will sell the same books on this as I do on Draft Digital, but it won't use their ISBN numbers. So tell me what you think of that. Okay, that's when I want to talk about the direct marketing, if you'd be interested in doing that. Also, what happens is, if I'm direct marketing, I can lower the price of the books and still make more money than I do at Draft Digital. So I could give a loyalty discount, 10% off of everything. If you buy one, you get 10% off the next time, that kind of thing. I could do promotions like that. So that's one reason I'm thinking about doing that, because it might be better for my actual readers too, in some ways. So there's that. Now, I was thinking about my series. I've compared it to other series, and there's other series still that have been mentioned. However, I was thinking about why people might like this particular series. And I think it's the same reason that now, I'm not trying to compare these two exactly, but I'm telling you, just bear with me. I like this series, and I'd love to be part of the families in this series that I have written, for the same reason I really enjoyed Yellowstone and the spin-offs of Yellowstone. Because in Yellowstone, what you have are people defending their families or defending their land and doing anything to protect somebody else to the peril of their own lives. And that, to me, is what real men do. They step up. That's why I loved Yellowstone. And, it has nothing to do with him being rich, but these people in Clancy are not rich. They're not rich people. They work hard, but they will step up and defend each other. They come to each other's aid. Like I said, even the whole community at one point in Chosen Ground stepped up to protect the community for the common good, protected against a common foe that they're facing. And that is one reason that I really love writing a series like this. And I could lean more into the Yellowstone type of thing, although I'm not copying Yellowstone. I wasn't copying anything. All these other series I'm comparing it to, some of them I've never even heard of until I wrote several of these books already. But that's one reason. And I think people would like to be in this family. They would love to be part of a family like this. And I think that might be the draw for this. I think it ramped up after book one a great deal, but book one starts to give you the flavor of the town. And after that, we've got 2 and 3 that are out, and book 4 will be out very soon. I'm still waiting on just a little bit more feedback. I have gone through it again. I've gone through another editing process all over again, and I'm trying to get it ready so I can publish this in August. I said it's coming fall of 2026, but I think it could be out before the end of August. I'm working on that right now. I'm trying to perfect it as much as I can, and I hope that I know some of you have already said there that you're ready to buy book 4, and it will be very soon that I show you the title. Well, show you the cover, which has the title on it, obviously. Show you the cover, the title, and I can tell you a little bit more about the plot, about what happens there. But it's kind of on this platform, you have to kind of keep some things close to the vest for various reasons until you're ready. And what I can do, I may be to the point I can upload the manuscript right now to Draft to Digital, get the cover ready, and then make my tweaks. And if I change anything, then I can re-upload the manuscript before I publish. And actually, what I want to do, I do want a proof copy, so I'm going to have to order that. That'll take at least a week to get here after I get it uploaded, everything set, and then order the proof copy. That'll take at least a week. And I always order a proof copy. And then when it's actually published, then I'll order author copies for the beta readers and for myself for the collections I'm getting together. So that's all for the day, and happy Tuesday, everybody. Tell me what you think about this stuff, okay?